Why, hello. Who's all this then? Who's all this? I'm not ready yet. I've literally just turned on the stream. Welcome in though, boys and girls. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Bear with me for 30 seconds, please, and then we'll get going. Back in a second. Alrighty. Welcome in, boys and girls. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it, Dan. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you've I jumped in on your stream earlier and you were smashing the levels out. So well done. Congratulations. I am playing catch up. I'm a slow poke, but we're going to play some Hunter. We're going to play some Season of Discovery, and hopefully get a few levels under our belt. Level 29. See, there we go. Significantly further than I am. I do appreciate the raid. Thank you. I would love to share the love back your way, but I'd literally turned my stream on about 30 seconds ago. I do spot some regular names in here, though. Not everybody's new, so we do clearly share some audience, which is nice. A Wild Mantheus appears. Friday evening stream. Yes, I should also point out, this is not my usual time to be playing games. This is a bonus stream, considering Season of Discovery started. So welcome in, everybody. I hope you find, some chill, relaxing stream this evening. I assume most of you are playing Season of Discovery. I imagine that a lot of people are with Phase 2 loading today. Yeah, Friday evening is not my usual time. We make gold, we collect things for any of Dan's viewers that do not know of me, which is probably most of you, to be fair. We make a lot of gold in the game. We collect things as well. We're a bit like Dan. We do like all the things. But of course, Season of Discovery is brand new and is very fun at the moment. So we're going to play this a little bit this evening. I'm also a hunter, so I guess you'll find something relatively similar between us, I suppose. I hope. Now, I've lost my pet. Where's he gone? Twinsies, almost? Yeah, British represent, I suppose, maybe. But right, let's get some games on the go. Let's play. Oh, no, Scooby Snacks. Bear needs a Scooby Snack. My bags, my poor bags. I've got no arrows either. I knew there was a reason why I stopped playing earlier when I did, because I've got nothing on me. Trash, no arrows, no food for the bear. This is not good. We'll fix this. As long as you're not a dwarf hunter. No, I'm, good old night elf. Right, food and drink, you. Sell some stuff. Get some stuff out of here. Bears eat anything, right? Bears are happy to eat pretty much anything. Wild hog shanks. Do we treat Paddington to some wild hog shanks? I think it's only fair, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That should be absolutely plenty. If that's not enough, he's a greedy bear. I want half of this stuff. I don't want that. Lesser healing potions. I think we've out-leveled those a touch. Elixirs of wisdom. Don't know. Zombie juice. That's a quest item. Sharp claws. Some of you are going to be screaming at me not to sell some of these items, but bag space is premium. That's cash monies. Whoa, hello. 12 gold minimum buyout. 18 gold market value. I'm unlikely to believe TSM in that scenario, but... Oh, for any of you that do enjoy making gold in the games, by the way, TSM's busted in Classic at the moment. I'm hoping they're going to fix it, but it's way out of date. Don't trust prices. Do not trust. We need to turn in some of these waylaid supplies. A little birdie told me that these are crazy good experience right now. Can anybody confirm or deny? These things, not only can you stack 12 of them, apparently they're really good for experience. So much so that you can theoretically level all the way to 40 just turning these in. If that is the case, we should get filling these. Dwarves and night elves can be twins? I wouldn't want to see the parents if that's the case. Maybe true, though. Maybe true. RAF Sheen... RF Sean, welcome in. Hello, hello. I was in the shower when the raid happened. Yeah, I'd look a little bit different from Dan. He's far more dashing and handsome than I am. But if you're willing to... if you want to watch another hunter do silly things in Classic, then feel free to stick around for a while and join in. Let's get rid of Yowler's Paw. That's a quest item thing. Where do I get razor arrows from? Please don't tell me I'm going to have to go all the way back to Storm Fletcher. Please sell me razor arrows. Beautiful. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Just ask him about retail and we'll get Ranthius. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I've fallen out with retail a little bit recently. It's annoying me. It's annoying me greatly. Don't get me started. This is a chill, relaxed evening stream on a Friday. We're not going to do silly things like talk about retail. He's more hair, but who doesn't? That's the streamer curse. World of Warcraft streamer curse. I don't know what it is. If you play World of Warcraft and you stream it, and you're male, I presume, you are going to go bald. It's a fact. You find me a male World of Warcraft streamer without a receding hairline. It doesn't happen. It's a fact. Some of them make enough money to put the hair back again. Some of us, not so much. It's the curse. It's the Warcraft curse. Don't be mentioning work orders. Don't be mentioning work orders. Hey, look. I didn't mention that name. You mentioned that name. But yes. Absolutely yes. I don't stream and I don't have a hairline. Did you stream? But you watch streams. Nobby, you're always in here. You watch streams. Maybe it's contagious. Maybe that's what the problem is. I wonder what percentage of female streamers are bald. I don't know. As it's Friday evening, I suppose I can say bald where. Let's keep it clean, boys and girls. I'm NA, but I enjoy EU streamers. We're a special breed. Actually, let's make sure we put this here. And more importantly, let's make sure we actually feed Paddington a Scooby snack. There we go. Kill champions. Done. Aye, Captain. Have we got level 40s yet? I was looking at... When I logged off earlier, we didn't have level 40s. We must have level 40s by now, right? Surely? Although... I mean, I know that there are people who have actually... I think the raid's done, right? The world first raid? 12 hours, something like that? Which was quite impressive. It was about 5 hours ago. Woo! Spicy. I'm imagining it was just an awful lot of Scarlet Monastery grinding, right? That's got to be the only way you were gonna... That's the only way you were gonna hit 40 that fast. We were saying like 40, 45 minutes a level, something like that. I wonder how much of that was like pre-stacking 20 quests. I bet there was shenanigans at play. I've always wanted to use that add-on to make more gold, but it seems overwhelming. If you're referring to TSM, yeah, it can be a touch overwhelming. There's no deny. You can't sugarcoat that. But once you get like the basics understood, it's pretty straightforward, and there's lots of shortcuts you can take. To be honest, it's overwhelming because there's lots of customization. It's like weak auras. If you have no idea what you're doing with weak auras, it can be a little bit difficult to start with, but you can always borrow somebody else's groups, or there are ways and means you can sort of shortcut it to be less stressful. Well, the thing for me, weak auras is basically a platform for making add-ons in the game. That's what it's always felt like to me. Not that I've been ever very good with weak auras at all, but for me it's the same concept. You understand the basic rules of how the add-on works, and then it's pretty straightforward from there. You can just be, you can have a very basic, simple setup with it, or you can get really creative and do some pretty fancy things. But most people don't actually need anything that special. Most all people really need is something that they can go to the auction house, press a few buttons, and it takes all of the shit out their bags that they really don't need in their bags and puts it on the auction house and sells it. Like, it can be way overcomplicated, or it can be very simple. And out of the box, it kind of just works, which is nice as well. If you just go to the auction house and tell it to list things, it might not make you the most gold, but it will definitely make you more gold than you'd have got just vendoring everything. So I miss Shadowlands tables. Oh, Shadowlands tables. In a way, I knew they were going to disappear. There was no way Blizzard was going to keep them in. They were totally busted, but it was a bit of a shame we didn't really get anything to replace the mission table. Even if it was something that was less cheesable. What was that first add-on called? Venture Plan? That first add-on that completely trivialized the table, which was the start of its downfall, really. There was no chance that Blizzard could keep it in the game after that. It just printed way too much gold for people. Then again, we had mission tables in BFA. No, it started in Warlords of Draenor, didn't it? WoD, Legion, BFA, and Shadowlands. We'd had a variation of a mission table for like 4 expansions. I think it was probably time for them to go anyway. I want, if I was to, we were speculating earlier on stream, and I know Dan's probably got many thoughts on this. He's certainly vocal on Twitter about his thoughts anyway about it. 10.2.6. Obviously, there's the rumour mill that is circulating with 10.2.6 about what it could be. Now, I'm intrigued by the fact that it's going to be available to everybody. And I think that with it being available to everybody, it's got to be like a separate game mode or something. Because it can't require you to be a certain level to engage with it particularly, because it's available for everybody. Now, it's also probably going to be something they'll use to try and hoover up some more people. Or at least convert people who've been thinking about playing to play. Now, it was semi-data mined a while ago that there might potentially be a crossover with Vampire Survivors. Now, if that's what 10.2.6 ends up being, like a Vampire Survivors-esque minigame, but with pirates instead of vampires, because if you've played Vampire Survivors, you'll also know it's not really that vampiric. The Pirate Survivors would be super cool as a separate little minigame. Something along those lines I think would be really cool. Unless the 10.2.6 thing is just going to be an event that will be on each version, like Lunar Festival, for example. I'm not sure. I think if it was going to be something simple, like a new holiday event or something, I don't think they'd have made quite as big of a song and dance about it. I'm pretty sure if they're going to take this risk of hiding it from everybody, and they're going to take this risk of making it, available for everybody, I think it's got to be something at least reasonable, right? It's not going to be It's not going to just turn up and be nothing. I don't think they can afford for it to be just nothing. They got to get it right. They got to make it. They got to make the hype somewhat worthwhile. What's the add-on that's tracking your XP in the middle? This is actually a weak aura. It's just an XP tracking weak aura. I'll give you the Wago link in a second once I'm out of combat. Kill you. Where's that one? Info. I haven't updated this for like ages, so it might be busted, but check that out. I'll post it on YouTube as well for those over on the YouTubes. We do multi-stream now, by the way, for anybody that's joining fresh and new today. In case, I mean, obviously you turned up from Twitch, I appreciate that, but we stream also on YouTube as well. How many of these fellas have we got to kill? It seems like we've been in this dungeon 6 of 15. Is that it? Sheesh. I'm not used to the slow pace of Classic. We played Phase 1. Stopped playing Phase 1 beginning of January. It's been a while since we've played Season of Discovery or Classic in general. It's still taking a while to get used to the pace. Where are the rest of these fellas then? Can we get some... Pet's going to do crazy things if I hop down there. More importantly though, will it be a dub or will it be an L? I think 10-2-6, I mean, you don't know. I don't even think they know, to be honest. They've openly said that they're taking a risk with whatever it is they're doing. Now, I don't even, I don't know if that's in and of itself, like, just hype PR. Like, they're just trying to get the brain cogs ticking or something. Who knows? But if it's got anything to do with Vampire Survivors, I'm all over that like a rash. I've put a lot of hours into Vampire Survivors. More than Steam says, because Vampire Survivors is also available on your phone, which is another reason why I kind of think it could have something to do, like, if it integrates into the Blizzard app or something like that as well. Because Vampire Survivors plays on your mobile phone, and it plays very well on your mobile phone. Maybe I'm blowing this way out of proportion now, but if it was a World of Warcraft pirate-themed Vampire Survivors something or other with a mobile in the mobile companion app or something. Oh, spicy meatball. Getting excited just thinking about the possibilities. Can't stand it on phone? I think I actually prefer Vampire Survivors on phone. It makes me less dizzy. Some pirate cosmetics would be cool at least, yeah. Phew, almost missed the watch streak. Kahani, my man, I apologise. A bit of a bonus stream this evening. Yeah, the Plants vs. Zombies because they've done this before, haven't they? They've done Plants vs. Zombies. There's the jewel crafting, like, bejeweled toy or something. They've done sort of crossovers before. So it wouldn't be out the realms of possibility for it to be Vampire Survivors-esque. I wish I could remember exactly what it was that was data mined that linked to Vampire Survivors. I'm sure if I googled it I'd find it, but I'm just spitballing. That's really all at the moment. So any more champion? Hey, there's loads out here. Look, let's kill these. Maybe I shouldn't have pawned everybody. Pet do pet things. Paddington! God, I can't wait till I get Stomp. I forget mana's a thing. Stupid minion! Shush! Got you. Torghast, but with pirates? See, I'd be happy with that. I'd be well happy with Torghast with pirates. I'm one of the minority that was kind of disappointed that they just kind of left Torghast to die. On the basis that I've never, or not to say never, but not for a long time have I really chased gear that aggressively. Never meant that I felt obliged to do Torghast like everybody else did who was trying to sort of, you know, stay on curve with gearing. So Torghast never became Torghast for me. It was entirely an optional thing to go and play whenever I wanted to play. And on that reason, I quite enjoyed it when I did step in there. It was nice to just go silly and kind of break the game. I just wish they didn't restrict it as much as they did. They clearly thought they'd made it too fun almost. Toned it down a whole bunch. And then they seemingly, I mean, they kind of got it right towards the end with the, what was it called? Twisted Corridors or something. The one that just kind of let you go 18 floors deep. Having it be only 6 floors though, just as you kind of got going, just as you were kind of snowballing, just as you were kind of ticking off, you know, you'd got a few key powers and you were starting to snowball, and it was all about to go silly, and then they were like, oh, fun police, you're done now. That's like, great, thanks. Okay. I'll go back to the beginning. You ramp, you lock and load, and game over. It's like, god damn. They literally cut it short, which was more of a frustration, I think, than anything else. People would have probably enjoyed it a lot more if they took the reins off a bit and just let people be silly. I still remember Preach's races that he was doing. Back in the PTR for, was it and it was back in the alpha and beta, he was doing like proper Torghast races. And heck, I said this with Dragon Races and it still blows my mind they haven't done it. Where's the leaderboard? Like, people love a good leaderboard. People will chase leaderboard positions all day long. And it's entirely optional. It would be an entirely optional thing. You don't even need a reward structure. You see, reward structures you've got everywhere else. The rest of the game is full of reward structures. You could have had a Torghast leaderboard. You could have had a leaderboard for the Dragon Races. Some sort of tournament with like a monthly tournament, or, you know, server-based leaderboard or something. Who's the fastest Dragon Racer on your server? Who's the sweatiest of the sweat? I keep people busy for days. And there'd be no need to incentivize people to do it, because pure need to be competitive would have been enough. Half of these are trackers and these summoners and stupid things. Where's all of the dudes I need to kill? I've still only killed 10 champions. Alpha Torghast was so different to what we got. It was lightning. It was night and day. This was the thing, and I unfortunately, because I do quite a bit of PTR content as well, we spend a bit of time looking and seeing what's coming and seeing how it's developing and how it's going. All too frequently am I starting to, and this is why retail for me, we're not necessarily on the best terms at the moment, because all too frequently I see something on the PTR in its early development stages, and I start to think, oh, you know what, this isn't too bad, this could end up being quite good. And then the monetization lands on it, and then the engagement metrics land on it. And by the time it gets to live, it's barely recognizable from what it was in its early development stages. And more often than not, I don't always think it's for the better. My best example of this recently was 10.2, the Super Blooms. The whole Super Bloom event on the PTR felt much smoother, far more rewarding, far more logical than it actually ended up being by the time we got it on live. I thought the PTR version of the Super Bloom event was vastly superior. Just because it sort of... it was smoother and less gated and less systemy and less sort of... less mathematically perfect. It was just a bit more raw and rugged, and if you didn't get a reward that you were looking for by doing the Super Bloom, well, it didn't matter too much, because you'd at the very least get some, what was it called, Seed Bloom, which obviously at the moment we get 1 Seed Bloom a week if you complete the quest. On the PTR, you just got Seed Bloom as and when you did any part of it. You got drip-fed Seed Bloom just every time you engaged with the gameplay. That in itself was kind of the bad luck protection, and I thought that version of it was much better on the PTR. And then engagement kicked in, and okay, we need to keep people doing this for 8 weeks. Okay, well, let's put a cap on how much progress people can make per week. I've sold 4 deep sea bags again at 250 gold. Don't understand why people are buying them. Deep sea bags, what they're like 30 slot bags nowadays? The funniest ones are hexweave bags. Selling hexweave bags is mental. It doesn't make any sense. Hexweave bags nowadays as well, they're like, what are those, like 22 slot bags? They're tiddly bags. It's just because they're purple. People get bent out of shape because it's purple. If we actually had like weight limits or something on, I know obviously a lot of RPG style games they use weight limits instead of just item slots, for example. If they did weight limits, then maybe you could justify having an epic one be better. Purple bag is clearly superior to a blue bag, exactly. People do crazy things. Oh, what if we hit a grind step now? Oh no. Oh no. This is my least favourite part of leveling in Classic. The best way to do this is to stand here and grind mobs for the next 45 minutes. It claims we need another 36 kills. God, my poor inventory. Let's just eat that. I got wild amounts of wool. Actually, could I not be using this wool to level up first aid, maybe? How far did we get with this back in the day? Heavy wool bandages. Well. What would you know? Actually, it's a dumb move to level it up before we does anybody know what it takes to get the next level in first? You probably need to be level 26, don't you? Next time we're in Stormwind, we'll level that up and we'll nuke all of this wool. We'll very quickly need silk, actually. Where have we got any silk? Not a lot. Okay. Alright, I guess we grind for a little while. How long does it claim? Reach level 27 and 27,000. Okay, so we don't actually need to get to level 28. That's fine. We've got another 30 or so kills, it claims. Yeah, why would you get a 32 slot bag for 10 gold when you can get a 30 slot bag for 250? There'd be no logic. Especially even the I realised this the other day. Even the default UI, default auction house UI, allows you to filter by like slot size. So it's not even as if I don't know. I guess there's no logic to it. There doesn't necessarily need to be logic in everything, I suppose. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Just use one of those, get rid of the other one. Oh, it was only a lesser mana potion. Okay. Maybe somebody thinks deep sea bags are still... Well, yeah, you never... Like, you have to stretch your brain quite heavily to try and think why somebody might buy it. But after many years of playing the auction house and making gold, I learned to ignore most forms of logic. People will buy all sorts of random stuff for reasons you'll never understand. The safest thing to do is, if in doubt, put it on the auction house. And if it sells, fantastic. If it doesn't sell after you've listed it a few times, put it in the bin. But like, pretty much anything can and will and does, for some reason, sell on the auction house. Something's going to earn more value the more time that's passed too. It's always fun when you log on to that character you've not played in a few years and you just take a little bit of a look at what was remaining in their bags from when you last sort of actively played that character. It's kind of cool in the way that it just sort of almost tells a story of what you were doing at the time. Sort of a snapshot of WoW's history. There's more over here. God, there's got to be more to kill in here. Oh, hang on, that's a dead end. How do we get up on that upper level then, if that's a dead end? How do we get there? Corporal Kishan missing in action? There's a quest in here? How do we get that quest? Hello? Game? It's a lie. It's an illusion. Oh, it's an escort. Ew. Ach. Leave that alone. Not that kind of escort. But for the record, same response either way, in case the wife's listening. Right, 31. Hang on, I swear that said 27 kills a minute ago. How's the number going up? We're being bamboozled here. I reckon outside's our best bet, you know. I don't think running around here like a moron is the best idea. I reckon there's better mobs to be killing for XP. We're fighting for spawns in here, it looks like. How are we doing, Woo? Welcome in. Good evening. You dinged 40 yet, Woo? Or are you being slow? I'm definitely being slow. I'm hoping I can hit 30 this evening. It's a lofty goal, but it's a goal. Although, I don't really have that many time constraints, so considering it is Friday evening and all. Whoa! That's why Classic gets people killed. Kill things, do pet things, please. You've got to die, otherwise you're going to keep whacking me in the face. What's nuking me? Whew. Slow ass, not going to have much time to play over the next month, so just doing some profession leveling. Fair. Get ahead with that one, I suppose. Get ahead with that before it gets expensive. I took a little look on Wowhead earlier and had a little look. They've added like not a lot, but they've added a couple of recipes for each profession as well, which I think was something I didn't expect them to do. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect them to do anything with professions, so I'm kind of... You know what's funny for me? They appear to have added and put more... right? They seem to have put more effort into Season of Discovery Phase 2 for professions than they did for 10.2. That's what's really wild to me. A silly little game mode variation has seen more updates to professions than their core version of their game. I don't know how to feel about that, if I'm honest, but... either way, it's good news. Support your local artisans, now only taking 50k gold, was 70. It's like somebody commented on my YouTube video about that, saying that they've now hot fixed it, and I thought to myself, that's not a hot fix. That's like a lukewarm fix at best. A hot fix. I think it was just a typo in the first place, to be honest. I think 70k was just a typo. I don't think because I think you got if you cashed in 10k, you got 20% of the bar. So I think it taking 70k was literally just a typo. Yeah, I do agree. Decimal point in the wrong place, it still feels like, but... and this comes from somebody that's got more gold than sense. It seems difficult to understand why it is the way it is. Retail's profession, guys, just being lazy compared to Season of Discoveries. What I cannot confirm nor deny this, but I have a sneaky suspicion the guy that is responsible for there was I don't know how many of you remember, they did there was a job listing at Blizzard a while back, before Warlords of Draenor came out. There was a job listing for a professions and reward developer. That was like their main job role. They were somewhat, I wouldn't say active on the forums, but they had a presence there at the very least at the beginning of Dragonflight, and then it just stopped. And I wonder how much that's got to do with how little of an update Professions got throughout the rest of the expansion. I have a feeling he might have been moved to a different department, or worst case, might not have made it. Because, to my understanding, he's not been around since. Now, I can't obviously state that, you know, forum-based, posting on the forum is clearly not a great metric for determining something like that, but it's a coincidence none the same. If the bar moved 20%, it was probably just the text being wrong. If the criteria was correct, yeah, exactly. That's my assumption there. That 70k was just a typo in the first place. Somebody just fat fingered it, and that was it. See, now it says we need 37 more kills. How is it moving the bar? What's going on here? I said 31 a minute ago. I'm convinced of it. Oh, because XP splitting party. True. Let's back out of this business then. I wonder if it'll update in a minute. 27,900. 25. Okay, we still do need a few more kills. Fifth pillar crumbled soon as being erected. Yeah, I mean, we should never have really taken the whole fourth pillar thing as anything more than marketing spiel. There was no way they were going to make crafting the fourth pillar of play. I mean, it would have been nice, but it was never going to happen. Blizzard have got too much of a vested interest in selling tokens to really care that much about the economy anymore. Uh, 18 more kills. Okay, it still claims it's quite many. Let's give Paddington another Scooby snack. No, that button. Right, be happy. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Grind phases are. I'll follow this path inside the cave. Oh, it's now gonna ask me to do the escort quest. All right, okay, fine. We'll do it. I should have knew that was coming. If he's not here, somebody's already escorting him. Wait until he respawns. Okay, well, preferably then we can chip away and get some of these extra kills we need whilst we do that. Die already. Somebody was escorting him outside just a minute ago, so if we're smart about this, if we're quick about this, we might actually get the next respawn. That's probably what... Yeah, okay. I know where it is even, at least. Let's go this way, this way, this way. Oh, I made the horrible decision today. I had one of these flipping microwave meal curries. Not a good decision. It was some Thai green curry or something. It looked good on the box. As they always do. I think we're past ice cold milk, if I'm honest. It wasn't even that spicy. It's made my stomach feel weird, though. It worries me. If it makes my stomach feel weird now, what's it going to do tomorrow? Okay. Let's wait for this dude to spawn then. Have any of those been sold with the actual picture of food? I don't think ever, no. Literally never. Rambo? What are you talking about, Rambo? Should put a secret breadcrumb Lego weapon quest for completing an escort quest, since most people avoid them. I mean, you could do.
Light be with you. What
Right, go, 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 go.
Alliance. Help,
Ah, quest log is full.
I remember these foul orcs overpowered the regiment. Most of the men were killed.
I
took a strong blow to the head
Flipping
and
quest log is
black.
full.
Now I'm
Right,
captive
green.
in this cave. Help me, I'm hurt badly. I'll need help getting back to town. Please, you're my last hope.
Flipping hell. "20 quests is not enough." God, I hope that wasn't an important quest. It was green, so I don't care. I just hope it doesn't lead to anything else. This is the only thing that Zygor hasn't absolutely nailed in Season of Discovery so far, is that it seems to forget that you've only got room for 20 quests. It's happened a few times. Otherwise, it's been pretty flawless. Oh, you dead. Wondering if I should tag a few other things. That's dangerous, isn't it? That's risky business. Make sure the coast is clear at the very least. Random respawns are going to be the bane of escort quests, aren't they? Right outside in the hut, what's the odds that we're going to walk straight past it and then boom, 12 mobs? Right, everything's dead for now. No, there's a chest. Anything good? Anything good? I've got no inventory. It better not be that good. Oh. Ha! Somebody's left it there. That's a bait chest. Let's get rid of those. Why is he chilling? Go, fella, go. Move. No! Move your ass.
Well met.
Wakey, wakey. Go, go, gadget, go. He walks out of the cave and all the way back to Lake Shear. When you reach the exit of the cave, pull the enemies to him, one group at a time. Oh, God, I didn't read that. Please don't respawn. Please don't respawn. He's being nuked already. Please no respawns. Do we legitimately have to follow him all the way back? No way. They didn't mess about with escort quests in Classic, did they? It's going to go on for days. Come on. Kongan's going to be level 60 by the time we've handed this dude in. buckle in, boys and girls. Apparently we're going to be here a while. Lord. Don't we get just around the corner and he's like, I think I've got it from here. I vaguely remember he runs off in a minute. I don't think we actually have to follow him all the way home. Should we kill some of you since you need... Boop. Boop. Oh, he dead. He dead. Let's make sure. Dear adventurer, please help me get to Thralis. Dude, but we're in Winter Spring. Yeah, it feels like that. Ah, yes, I would like to take a small round trip to Africa, if you may. Okay. Piggy ain't gonna be a problem, is he? Because he's yellow. Good Piggy. Well, I think we're going all the way. By the light, let my legs... Now you can run. Now you can run. Could have done that 5 minutes ago, fella. Not to mention we got a druid here. Just hop on the druid. Job done. Alright, he's got legs now. He's got legs. Let's show him what legs really look like. Let's go. Have I not had Heart of the Lion activated, like, all this time? Oops. Oh, skipping this quest, next character. No chance I'm messing about with this one again. If this doesn't give me, like, 7,000 experience. My god, we literally did run all the way back to town. Yes, finally. Woo.
Greetings. You have served the kingdom well, adventurer. Thank you for assisting Corporal Keishan with his escape from those dreaded Blackrock orcs. You shall be rewarded for your brave acts this day.
We're probably not going to replace our Tunic of Westfall anytime soon. 6 strength, 1 agi, 5 stamina. Yeah, that's not happening, is it? We take this for the gold.
Or the Alliance.
Oh, flipping Nora. Inventory's full, of course. What can we bin off that we don't need? They're the only mana potions I own. Wang that in the bin.
Light be with you. You have served the kingdom well, adventurer. Thank you for assisting Corporal Keishan with his escape from those dreaded Blackrock orcs. You shall be
yeah, true. There's a vendor light next to me. All right, we'll speak to you in a minute. Let's turn you. Hello. Get rid of some stuff. The problem is I've got nothing to vendor. Slimy Murloc scales, leatherworking mats that I buy on the regular. Vendor. Warm cloth. We said we're going to do something with the warm cloth. Min buyout. Is medium hide going to have gone up in value? Probably. Just sell it, get it out of the way. Melon juice. It's level 15 juice. Weirdly, I don't think I ever upgraded to level 25 juice. Do we have 25 mana pots? I do have 25 mana pots. Right, melon juice in the bin. Swap you out. Gold bar, don't need it, but should sell it. These, I need to do something with these supplies. These are proving to be my Achilles heel. And I can't do diddly squat with these, can I? Because they're soulbound. I can't send them anywhere. Maybe we need a quick trip back to Stormwind to just clean bags and do some stuff. Oh, actually, we'll ding 28, and the reason I say we'll ding 28 is because then we get some new skills and we'll need to go back to town anyway. So we'll just manage, we'll survive for another 10, 20 minutes. Probably not even, actually, because we're just handing stuff in.
Greetings for the Alliance.
Have Yowler's paw.
Again,
yep.
Thank you for your help. The Stormwind army is so busy dealing with the orcs, they don't have the troops to protect Redridge from local
Complete or
threats
bank
like
the
gnolls.
boxes. Yeah, I need to just complete them and hand them in. Stam Spirit. Why does that claim it's an upgrade for me? I know why it's claiming it's an upgrade for me. It's claiming it's an upgrade for me because
a weaponsmith in Stormwind.
because I legitimately have one ring, I think.
Help with the delivery. I believe he wants a package sent to his homeland in the north. You have a sturdy pair on you, so if you're interested in some legwork, then speak with Grimond. We could use you down here, but we must also keep our ties strong with the dwarves. You can find Grimond Elmore at the weapon shop in the Dwarven district of Stormwind in the northeast section of town.
Right, turn in Solomon's Law. Yeah, looks like we're turning everything in now. This should give us the XP we need.
Hello. The Court of Lakeshire.
There we go. There's those pendants. Beautiful.
By enforcing the laws of the kingdom, you have helped uphold the justice of the land. Go with honor, friend. So the evil Lieutenant Fangor is dead? Good
we killed him.
That foul creature. You are very brave, adventurer. The township of Lakeshire thanks you for your aid. Something odd is afoot with the Stormwind army. They should have been here in force by now. Time is a luxury we don't have, however. I will not stand by and watch the people of Lakeshire give their lives without trying to enlist more help. I've heard word of a people's militia forming in Westfall. Take this plea to their leader, Grian Stoutmantle.
Haven't we already
Perhaps
completed
Stoutmantle's
Westfall?
men can lend some support here until the king sends reserves.
That feels like a really old quest. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a quest we need to take. Let's turn in Blackrock Bounty then. Where's that at? Is that on the other side of the bridge? Okay, I think we might be done in Lakeshire for now. I think we might be heading off somewhere else. Preferably via Stormwind. That would make things very convenient. If your brother ever asks you if you can sew some sails for his model ship, say no. I will bear that in mind.
I see you have fought valiantly against the
I'll be honest with you though, if my brother ever asks me that, I will ask him, are you my brother?
Be careful.
Hearth to Stormwind. Yes! See, I knew we were going to Stormwind. I need this slither of experience though. Ah, flipping hell. That's that slither of experience I didn't get by grinding shit. Are we going to hand something in Stormwind? Is that why we're going here? Because I could use... I could do with killing two birds with one stone going to Stormwind. We could do with... Should we just go hand that in regardless? Yeah, okay. We need to ding 28 to learn a few new things. Plus, we'll fix them back. Oh, in fact, actually, if we hand in all of these flipping waylaid supply businesses, aren't we meant to get a bunch of experience from handing those in? Put these items in the bank. A torn journal page. Oh, there's a problem with that. I don't have bank space. Oops. So many problems. Not the ones you have. Those are all phase 1 boxes. They just... Oh! Oh! It's only the new... Oh, okay.
Good day. Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account with us?
I definitely don't need any of this linen cloth. Why have I been keeping all of this linen cloth? I just said we're going to use the warm cloth and the silk cloth to do stuff. Where's this torn journal page? Is this it? Apparently I'm going to need it later.
See you later.
Ditch those leather scraps in the bank. Yeah, I probably should. Right. Do we just turn these in? The mats for these can't be very expensive nowadays, can they? Surely. Surely they can't be that expensive. What do we need first then? 20 Swift Thistle. Jeez Louise, who jacked up the price of this stuff? You can do one, am I filling that with herbs? Bronze bars. How many bronze bars do we need? 12 bronze bars. I can live with 12 bronze bars. I'm not going to be able to buy 12, am I? Alright. One stack of 16 is close enough. We'll sell the spares. Grey woolen shirts. Hang on. What was it? Grey woolen shirts. Hang on, woolen's got 2 L's, hasn't it? No, flipping hell. What's going on here? Oh, it's helping if I spell grey right. God, I wish I was dyslexic because then I'd have an excuse for being dumb. For 2 gold? Yeah, no. Medium leather. Fill the box. Missing medium... Don't... No. There's no way I'm missing medium leather. Okay, apparently I am. How many was it? 12? Alright, stack of 20. Bruiseweed. Hang on. Bruiseweed. 20 bruiseweed. Oh, bronze bars again. 2 bronze bar ones. I said how about no to bronze bars, didn't I? Ornate spyglass. It can get bent. Alright. Turns out we are not going to be filling quite as many of these boxes as I planned. A dyslexic walks into a bra, yeah. Oh, I did buy some bronze bars. Ow. Defier's Renegade Ring? Who are you? Agi Stamina Ring? Upgrade? In the bank? In the mailbox? Missing. Full. Right, hand them in. That's all the ones I'm willing to fill.
I supply only the finest goods. Have
A
good
full
one.
shipment.
Farewell.
Boom.
See you around.
We gained 25 experience.
Need
Oh
help?
dear. Okay.
Be careful. Have a good one. Safe travels.
25
Looking
experience.
for something specific?
Oh.
See you around. Be careful. Farewell. Well met.
Oh, wait. Hang on. What? Why couldn't... Huh?
Safe
Who?
travels. Hey there.
Why can't I hand in the empty ones? Can you not hand it... Can you not hand in empty ones now?
Farewell.
Wait. What?
I buy and
Hello?
see you around.
Are we bugged? You used to be able to hand in empty ones, right?
Hello.
I wonder if it's just the add-on that's causing that to go. Doolally.
What can I do for you?
Oh. Oh. Well, that's a sack of doo-doo. See you later then. Sure. Alright, fine. Right. Let me, as we're in Stormwind, take a quick pit stop to get some stuff done. We wanted to find a use for all of this wool and silk and stuff. Let's level up. First aid. That's the word I was looking for. I've been playing games way too much today. My brain is slowly stopping. I was saying earlier that maybe I'll find time to get to level 30 today. I think that might be a task for tomorrow. I've been live an hour. What an absolute fucking casual. Unbelievable. That curry's made my stomach feel really weird though. Last thing I need is to do explosions on stream.
I've heard it said
Quite
that
sure
Janet
that's
Walker,
against
holed
TOS.
up in Stromgard, has a book that is sure to help improve your first aid techniques. Careful.
How do I level up? What? Hang on. New meta? Shitting yourself on stream? Yeah, I don't think so. I can safely say that is not the new meta. Okay, well it also turns out I'm apparently not leveling up first aid here. Why is it hauling me all the way to Stromgard Keep to level up first aid? Well, screw that for a... That's not happening, is it? Can that idea. Professions... Leatherworking? Can we level that up here? It's not going to tell me to level up here, is it? Let's hand this quest in. Sorry, we're getting distracted by squirrels. It's happening. Yeah, you got to buy a book. Buy a flipping book to level.
An evil taint has gained a foothold within the already beleaguered Duskwood. I thank the light we have a hero such as you to face it, but you must first prepare yourself for the coming trial. For the necromancer Morbid Fell is immensely powerful and has cast dark enchantments about himself to protect him from physical assaults. If you are to defeat him, you will need a weapon that is proof against these protections. Years ago, the Third Fleet of Kultiris sunk along the coasts of the Wetlands, an expanse of marsh north of the dwarven kingdom of Ironforge. Aboard one ship was a load of Lightforge iron. This metal is precious to us, for items crafted from it strike with holy
we
truth.
dinged.
If you are to face
We
Morbid
should,
Fell, then
in
you will need
theory,
such a
be
weapon.
able to go to the
Go to
trainer as well
Menethil
now.
Harbor and speak with my dwarven
What's
colleague,
the...
Lauren Steelbrow. If that lost metal can be found, he'll know where to look.
Rapid fire, serpent sting, aspect of the hawk, men pet, arcane shot. Loads of upgrades. Loads of money. Oh, Lord. We probably want most of this as well, don't we? Okay. Right, leatherworking dude is also over this way. No. No, he's not. That's a lie. Leatherworking dude is this way. We'll ignore Zygor for a minute, because it's trying to tell us to go somewhere we don't want to go yet. Didn't I do this in phase 1? Waste ungodly amounts of time pissing around with professions when I should be leveling? Yeah. I think it's in here. Expert leatherworking.
Sorry, but you've reached the limit
Train
of what
me
I
in
can
the
teach.
ways.
If you
What?
want to learn more, go see Talonus in the Craftsman's Terrace of Darnassus. He's pretty talented, so I hear.
Oh, what? Okay, we're going to go to Darnassus.
I sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices are set.
Is that
so
going
if
to
you
be...
want to haggle, then
Are you,
go find a goblin.
are you gonna be a
I
dick
don't get
about
too many
things?
Skinners in here looking for
Hey,
training.
you're looking
But I
good.
guess I could
Okay,
teach you
right.
something if you're ready.
Yoink.
Farewell.
Nice. Okay. Okay, we're not going to Darnassus. That's not happening. Let's just put all this cloth on the auction house for now. If we sell it, we can buy it back if we need it. I would imagine we don't need it. I'll need it when I need I'll need it when I level up tailoring. But that's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. So we can just can it for now. Let's get shot. Selling. Let's just get shot. You. We can squeeze some in here, I reckon. 2 stacks of 20. Go. Sell some of you. Cash money in there, I reckon. Silk. Silk is going to get pretty... Is that all of the silk? No. Okay. Load higher prices. Where's the stacks of silk? Stacks of silk don't start till about here. That'll do. That'll do. Wang it in there. Should we just go through and launch a whole bunch of stuff on the auction house? Yep. Sell. Yep. Sell. Sure. That never selling. Elixir of Wisdom. We don't need this right now. I just want bag... For leveling, you just want bag space. Like, just can everything else off. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Baubles, healing pots. No, in my luck, I need all the healing pots I can get. Moss agates. Barely worth selling them, to be honest. They vendor for 4 silver a piece. Whatever. Bronze bars. Random ass gold bar. Random ass light hides. Yeah, whatever. Ah, cash money recipe though. Oh, we're rich! Cash monies. No idea where I got that from. Oh, do I need to learn that recipe actually? Ooey, gooey, where'd it go? Stop. Cooking 110. Cancel that. We'll learn that. And one of you. See you later. Right. That'll do. That'll do. It's not clean, it's not tidy, but it's better than it was before. Which is all that counts. It's flipping beautiful, you know. Right. New. Oh, flipping out. Maybe we do need to go to Darnassus. We need to do some training, don't we? Can I do training in Stormwind? Is there a hunter trainer in Stormwind? I remember there being one in the Dwarven district. I just don't know where. I swear there was a little hut somewhere in the Dwarven district. It's annoying because I know exactly where it is. Yeah, next to the tram. There it is. Let's go and have a little look. Let's go and have a poke about. A little poke about. Guards don't direct you.
What do you need directions
It's a good question. They might do. Class trainer.
Which class trainer are you looking for?
My class trainer? Can't believe this is a question.
A hunter?
Ah, yes. I would like to find the
Well,
priest class
then
trainer,
you
please.
will want to speak with Thorfinn Stoneshield over in the Dwarven district. Oh, and you be sure to tell him that if I
Nice.
step in his pet's business one more time, he's going to be training other hunters from behind bars in the stockade.
Step in his pet's business. See, you don't notice this stuff when you don't have voiceover, because you'd have never read his quest. You'd have never read his text, not in a million years. Voiceover on the other hand, I can walk and listen at the same time. It wasn't Paddington's doo-doo. Definitely not. Definitely wouldn't be Paddington doo-doo. Ah, yeah, I remember this. I remember this place. Right, teach me stuff.
How are you? Look at the wisdom and knowledge of the beast, and you will see
Okay.
yourself.
Let's
Observe
also
as the owl does.
remember
Learn
to
cleverness
actually
from the
use the
saber.
abilities, because this is
Embody
classic.
the mighty spirit
Aspect of the
wolf.
Hawk, rank 3. Aspect of the Hawk, rank 3. Right, all the things is going to lose its mind for a few minutes, just be aware. Men Pet, rank 3.
Learn cleverness from the saber cat. Embody the mighty spirit of the wolf.
Men Pet, rank 3, good.
Look at
Next.
the wisdom and knowledge of the beast, and you will see yourself. Observe as the owl does. Learn cleverness from
Rapid
the saber
fire.
cat. Embody
5-minute
the mighty spirit of
cooldown.
the wolf.
That's a shift. Is that a shift 3 situation or a shift 4 situation? That's a shift 4 situation. Why is Immolation Trap shift 3? That's a lie. That's a shift 5 at best.
Look at the wisdom and knowledge of the beast, and you will see yourself. Observe as the owl does. Learn
Serpent
cleverness
Sting
from the
rank
saber cat.
4?
Embody the
This is
mighty
where
spirit of
Serpent
the
Sting
wolf.
starts to get outrageously expensive. 50 up to 80 mana? Sure, alright.
Look at the wisdom and knowledge of the beast, and you will see yourself.
I don't actually use Arcane Shot
Learn
ever.
cleverness from the saber cat.
Sure.
Embody the mighty spirit of the wolf.
Sorry, all the things is going mad.
Look at the wisdom and knowledge of the beast, and you
Immolation
will see
Trap,
yourself.
I don't use it.
Observe
Track
as the
Elementals, I
owl
don't
does.
care.
Learn
Frost Trap,
cleverness from the saber cat.
I also
Embody
don't
the
use
mighty
it.
spirit of the wolf.
I should pick it up. I should put it on a bar, shouldn't I? Frost Trap. What was the other one? I don't know. Whatever, that'll do. Right. Okay. Is that everything? I don't care about Immolation Trap. Yeah, that'll do. That's everything. Pet trainer?
You've come for training in order to pass it on to your pets?
Okay, you're good and all.
See you
Fine.
soon.
Anything else I should probably do while I'm in a main city? Bags are managed. Not perfect, but managed. We got arrows. We got Scooby Snack. We got Scooby... We're good. Let's just keep rocking and rolling then. Let's keep rolling. Let Zygor lead the way. Down to the Mage Quarter. How much gold is it, by the way, to get mount? I'm just thinking that by the time we ding level 40, I want to make sure that I can just go straight and get my mount. I do not want to be pissing around at level 40 on foot. I'm going to look like such a tool. Tons. I was afraid of that. 90 gold. I will. I'll get a loan. It's fine. Ex-World of Warcraft millionaire resorts to getting loan in Season of Discovery. Any news is good news. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright, it's asking me to pick up more quests again. I worry for the fact that we,
Hey there. Travelers keep asking me about the Stone Talon Mountains.
Oh, I remember doing this one on the mage.
It doesn't matter if you're seeking wyvern, elementals, or you have business with
Wyvern.
the venture company within the Charred Vale. Deep in Stone Talon, there used to be a species of basilisks whose scales, when ground to dust, made a wonderful reagent for some spells I've created. If those basilisks still live, I would love to have a few of their scales. Take your time.
Okay.
It is no rush, but I can pay well.
Tink Master Overspark. Now that's... Questy doesn't think there's a quest there. If Questy doesn't think there's a quest there, I wonder if Zygor knows what it's doing. Does Zygor know something I don't know? Tink Master Overspark's a Nomagon quest. Yeah, that's not going to be there anymore, is it? That's not going to be a thing. Let's skip that for now. Train two-handed axes? You out of your mind? Okay. I mean, I know hunter weapon's a thing, right? But I can't imagine I'm going to be using a two-handed axe, surely. Is there some... Somebody was saying this. There's a rune for... Because I'd not looked into many of the updates for Phase 2. A melee hunter with a two-handed axe. Well, somebody did mention to me that melee weaving is something that, well, it was a thing in Phase 1. If you kind of wanted to do melee weaving, you could do melee weaving. But in Phase 2, it seems more forced upon,
These
potentially.
great beasts, no
Which worries me, because I...
find on foot. They'll get you there fast and maybe
Doesn't
show
sound
you
like
something new
I'll
at the
enjoy
same
it,
time.
but... Hunters need on all weapons, it's well known. Well, yeah, I mean, if we can use it, you know. If you can swing it, and it can hit you can hit something with it. It's better than fists, right? Surely. Right, let me grab a drink real quick. I know it's Friday evening, and I'd usually have a beer on a Friday evening, but I've also realise I don't have any beers in the studio. So, it's not even an option. I have half a bottle of Sambuca, but that could get real messy real quick. Who cares about the meta? Play the fun way. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. until I cave. Cave to peer pressure. Oh, sold my gold bar though. Cash monies. On our way to Mountville. We'll take it. Please don't tell me the only reason we're going to Ironforge is to learn two-handed axes, though. It's going to feel like a massive, fat, stinky waste of time. It doesn't look like we're handing in any quests. Maybe we're picking up something. Although I don't think we will be. Brassbolt Brothers, maybe? You watch, it'll be 15 gold to train this or something stupid. Got a level 21 quest from Ashenvale. Surely we don't need that anymore. If it's grey, surely we are never going to be caring about it. Ashenvale. Rain's cleansing. Find some dude at the Moonwell in the northeast. I won't abandon it yet in case it's a breadcrumb quest, but it seems really dumb to still have that in our quest log. It's a 21 quest. Especially since we've completed it. Yo, just thinking actually, Alliance have been nice, haven't they? The entrance to... Isn't this the entrance to Nomagan? Is this the entrance to Nomagan? Brunel Village? It's around here somewhere, I think. Hang on. Flanking Strike rune. Did I never pick Flanking Strike rune up? What's going on here? Carve. Hello? Did I never pick these up? Casual Andy here. Oh, they gave a teleport to the Horde? Oh. Of course they did. Flipping Horde privilege. Should be ashamed. Okay, where are we going? This way. Faster now. Legs do leg things. I was just about to shout at Blizzard for favouring Alliance. Would they? Would they do such a thing? Why did my disengage not work? Why do I... Oh, because it's a melee skill, of course. Are you gonna...
You want to be trained in the use of a weapon, do you? Well, don't stand there slack-jawed. Speak up, laddie.
Two-handed axes, you say? World first clear, by the way, was a guild on Wild Growth. Oh, was it really? Good on him. Good on him. There's no... Have I still not trained guns as a hunter? Oh, I'm not a casual, I swear. Let's just learn all of those. Hunter that doesn't know how to use a gun. Oops. That means they've got to be a fair few 40s on Wild Growth already then. Maybe I'll craft them some gear. Or get a cheeky carry. Right, where are we off to? Wetlands, apparently. You.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy-peaked griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
Don't know what we're going to be doing in Wetlands, but we'll be doing something. Having to actually level weapon skills, I do not meet that, and do not miss that. Not the feeding my pet thing. I don't mind the feeding your pet thing. I kind of like having to look after and care for the pet. It does sort of fit the vibe of being a Beastmaster Hunter. That's kind of the point in my eyes. I don't mind it because it's thematic and it makes sense. The weapon skill thing, though. You can either swing a sword or you can't swing a sword. We're not, you know, we're not like... We're not samurai warriors here. We don't need to devote our life to being able to swing the sword better. I mean, your average American can shoot a gun. It clearly isn't that hard. A way to insult half your audience, Matthews. Well done. Yeah, leveling unarmed was funny. Just there punching away, just punching away. That's why I don't want Kata. It ruined the RPG aspect. I was thinking more about this recently. I was trying to... Shooting the gun's easy, hitting the target's difficult. That's true. Yeah. I was trying to think when the inflection point was for retail. A lot of people pinpoint it at different things. Now, as much... and I couldn't, unfortunately, draw any conclusion other than the implementation of the token. As much as the token... You know, as much as the token benefits my playstyle, because it gives me an ability to play the game for free, to never have to pay for a Blizzard game. Enough said, really, right? But like, I know what the token does to the game, but I really do think the token was the inflection point from when the game changed direction. From that point onwards, they changed direction, and there was no going back. And every time we have a new patch, every time we have a new expansion, it goes further down that path. Please help. I love the fact that he casually was like, please help. I haven't even got my pet out. Dude's level 28 and he's taking on level 34 mobs. What is he doing? Leave him alone.
What? Lightforge iron is a precious metal, but it sounds like your quest is a dire one. You've come a long way, brother. With luck, you might just find what you seek. And if you do get the iron, I know who can fashion it into a weapon against this necromancer you speak of in...
Is it going to be a two-handed axe by chance?
The shipwrecks off the shore here are the doomed Third Fleet of Kultiras, burned and sunk by red dragons during the last Great War. The fleet hailed from Lord Eron, but one ship, an elvish destroyer flying Osprey, was with it. It was shipping a load of Lightforge iron and joined the Third Fleet for
Lightforge iron?
Ironic that it sunk to the same dragons. Enough history. The Flying Osprey is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbour. If you find the Lightforge iron there, bring it to me.
Okay. And to build a little bit more on my decision to name the token as the inflection point, the point in which Blizzard retail changed direction in an unavoidable path, was simply by the fact that the introduction of the token gave Blizzard a revenue stream that they can no longer ignore. They were able to generate, because prior to the token, right, it's mini story time here for 2 minutes. Prior to the token, Blizzard had 3 revenue streams from World of Warcraft. They had box sales, selling the game. They had the ongoing subscription, and they had like services. They all kind of those 3 revenue streams all kind of complement each other. Selling boxes, how do you sell more copies of a game? Well, you make a better game. The better the game you make, the more copies of the game that you sell. The correlation there is pretty straightforward. If you want to sell more copies of a game, make a better game. And so, in the infancy of World of Warcraft, that's exactly what they did. They all efforts, all resources into making a better game. Sell more boxes. So that ticked that revenue stream. Continued subscriptions is kind of a byproduct of selling more copies of the game. If you sell more copies of the game and you do it well, and you continue to build on that game, you're going to maintain reoccurring revenue via subscription. Great. The third revenue stream was services, so like server transfers and guild transfers and character renaming services and that sort of thing. The only reason that that's a revenue stream is because offering it for free is dangerous. They have to charge something for the services because there has to be a drawback to the obvious benefits, right? So there has to be a cost implication of you moving from one realm to another, or what you're going to find happen is that kind of grass is always greener mentality is going to overcome people, and there'll be players bouncing between all the different servers all the time. Back in the early days of WoW, there was dedicated server sort of camaraderie, server sort of communities, guilds were on certain servers. The community was a big thing. Building that on a server was a big thing. And allowing you to just freely jump between different servers would have actually just directly cut into that. So like product services, whilst most people argue that there's no reason for there to be a cost, there is some reason why a nominal cost needs to be there to prevent people from just abusing it. But that was their 3 revenue sources. But all 3 of those revenue sources lent very heavily on them just making the best game that they possibly could. The better they could make the game, the more money they would make from those 3 revenue streams. In comes the token. The token is in essence Blizzard selling the in-game currency. Now, selling the in-game currency or having more in-game currency was always, without question, was always an advantage. Because guess what? In any economy, he who has the most eats best. It's a fact. And what World of Warcraft was very good was nurturing this economy. They didn't touch it very much, but the economy in World of Warcraft was very, very strong for many, many years. Now, obviously, what this led to was negative Andes doing negative things to acquire said gold, e.g. botting, botting predominantly. Like, what's the best way to make lots of gold? Well, make it in your sleep. What better solution would there be? So botting was a problem. Hacked accounts were a problem. Like credit card fraud to run these bots became a problem. The whole black market of the game was a problem. Now, that black market only existed because the economy within the game was good. Without a good economy, people wouldn't want the currency. If people didn't want the currency, there'd be no need for the black market. So the token was twofold. The token was to kind of somewhat try to counteract some of this botting and to sort of squish the black market side of the game a little bit. But more importantly, it was to drive revenue. Why should Blizzard let these third-party companies run this black market? Even if Blizzard are frantically trying to make them go away, the matter of the fact is that if there is an economy in a game and if people see value in the currency in the game, people will do what people need to do to get more of it. And if one of those options is buying it from a third party, they'll do it. It's still a problem today. But implementing the token was a good solution to that problem, with the upside for Blizzard that it makes them more money. So all of a sudden, Blizzard now had a fourth revenue stream. Now this is the problem. That fourth revenue stream, I believe, very quickly eclipsed all the first three revenue streams. That fourth revenue stream to this day probably makes them more money than box sales and reoccurring subscriptions do. The likelihood is that token sales makes them more makes Blizzard more money than box sales and reoccurring revenue via subscriptions does in its entirety. You only need, and it's been very well documented in the gaming industry, you only need a handful of whales to exist. One person willing to spend an ungodly amount of money on your game will cover the cost of thousands of other players playing the game normally. And that is clearly true with World of Warcraft as well. Now the issue then becomes is that with the token being a thing, Blizzard then started down a slippery slope. That slippery slope was that they predominantly want to push for token sales. And pushing for token sales drove the direction of the game in a different direction. Up until that point, their goal was to just make the best overall game, because their revenue stemmed from making the best game. All right? The better the game they made, the more revenue they made. The more revenue you make, the chances are the more profit you make. Adding the token pushed it in a different direction. When they suddenly realized that they can make a disgusting amount of money from a handful of people buying, just buying lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of tokens, the focus started to shift. Now, it was a slow thing, but that's the point where I think the focus started to shift. It was the first revenue stream where actually creating a better game was no longer the top priority to drive that revenue forward. And what we have to remember is that Blizzard is a business first, unfortunately. They're a business first. They're a publicly listed company. They have shareholders. They're now owned by Microsoft. Money has to come first, because in a publicly listed company with shareholders, there's only one direction the graph is allowed to go in, and it's up, which means the money you made last year, great. You've got to make more money this year. And the problem is you may also remember that the quantity of people playing the game was actually in decline. Wrath of the Lich King, like 12 million people or something, was like the absolute peak for World of Warcraft. For many years after that, it was slowly declining. And there came a point where they even just straight up stopped telling people how many subscribers they were. They stopped telling people how many box units they sell. We get a sneak peek sometimes, occasionally, of how many copies of the game they sell at some very specific points, like an expansion launch or something. But we don't get the historical track data like we used to. Which also lends to the theory that the token sales became their number one revenue stream for this game. And so what they started to do is figure out, well, how can they, push more stuff towards token sales? How can they make the economy bend in a way that makes it so people want more gold? They want more gold, and what are the reasons you could want more gold? Well, because there's new shiny mounts. They lent more into the cosmetic side of things. Only in the recent years have they really lent heavy on the cosmetic things. And one of the cosmetics they then tried was store mounts. And store mounts was an indication to them when they launched the Celestial Steed. Was that the first store mount, I think? That shiny spectral horse. The Celestial Steed, it was like $15 or something. That thing actually went on to drive more revenue than an entire game. I can't remember which one it was now. I looked this up the other day and I can't remember. But either way, selling one shiny pony ended up making them more money than an entire other game made them. And I equally think that when they figured that out, they were like, oh shit. Mr. Pandaria had the first mount, the Heart of Aspects. Was that even what it was? Back in MOP. So maybe I got maybe I got it slightly backwards then. But the reality is that when they implemented the token and realized that selling cosmetics is the best way to drive yet more money, it was done. Like the direction of the game at that point had completely switched, and that was the point to where Blizzard would probably never ever make anything more than an average game, simply by proxy of the fact that they realized that when selling store mounts and selling the in-game currency can generate you more revenue than box sales and reoccurring subscriptions probably combined, they have no choice but year on year to build on that. And then it means that the only way that they can offer more cosmetics and drive more value into gold is by doing things like taking sections of the game out and then selling them back to you at a later date. Or putting your art team to work on making a fancy new shiny mount, and instead of putting it in-game for the people that have bought your game and are paying to play your game on a monthly basis, the best solution for them from a business to beat last year's numbers is to put it in the store. This is why we see now that things are going to hit the store. They hit the store first, and only once they've finished being in the store will they then eventually go into the trading post. So they're going to take it from, you can just give us cash money, because that's the best way we make money, is we make one tiny little asset and we sell it to you for practically the price of a full version of a game. And then once we've allowed enough people to just buy it up front, we'll put it in the FOMO store instead. This is going to only become a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger problem as time goes on. And it might take 2 years, it might take 5 years, it might take 10 years, but I believe we are ultimately destined for World of Warcraft to be free to play. When the scale tips so far that selling cosmetics and selling gold in the game becomes so valuable to them that it eclipses that of what selling copies of the game makes and what selling subscriptions makes, the only way to then make more money than they've ever previously made before is to get as many people playing the game as possible. And when you try and inject as many people to the game as possible, the first thing that people are going to probably suggest is let's lower the value of let's remove the friction from getting players on board. Right? Let's remove the friction. Let's lower the barrier to entry to playing the game. Get as many people as humanly possible. This is the theory a lot of mobile games go with. They go by the theory that let's get as many people in the door as humanly possible. Let's give them the game for free, and then let's do all of our manipulation after the fact to try and extract as much money from them, over a period of months. It's the only direction the game can go in now, because they, as a company, as a business, the number has to go up. At no point can the number go down? This is unfortunately the harsh reality of business. If a business isn't growing, it's dying. So its dying is not an option. So the number has to go up. And the only way they consistently can build upon last year's numbers is to be yet more aggressive than they were the year before. It's a downward cycle that's an eventuality, unfortunately. So I'm calling it here. Within a few years, World of Warcraft will be free to play. Clip it, send it to me in 5 years when it happens. It will eventually, that will be the only way. The reason it will get there is because they'll extract more and more and more and more and more of the actual true value out of the game, to the point where the actual base offering of the game is so poor because it's so heavily balanced by everything else that's an additional cost on top of it. They will start getting to the point where the actual box numbers dip low enough, when the actual concurrent players of the game dip low enough that they can't onboard enough people to convert them into whales. So they'll have to, they'll have to remove that barrier to entry. They'll have to remove that friction to the game. And I think partly this is why Classic is what Classic is. As long as you have that subscription, you can play Classic. And for as long as you are playing Classic, you are kind of in the Warcraft sphere. You're kind of in the economy. Sure, if you're playing Classic, you can't really go off and play retail because you'd still need to buy Dragonflight. You'd still need to buy the latest expansion. But it'll happen. It'll happen. Trust me, it'll happen. They'll hold on for dear life to the subscription, but I do not think it will be that long before they, start to pull back, or will be forced financially to pull back on charging you for the game up front as well. I don't know how long it'll be. How long is a piece of string, but I think it'll happen. We're already at that point. One mount makes more money than a year of subs. Clearly. 17 minutes ago, mini story time here. Sorry. When I get going, I get going. But I thought this a while, I'd been thinking this through. Why is it that retail is slowly but surely annoying me more and more and more and more and more? And it's because I'm not blind to the business practices that they're doing. And every time we get a piece of content that hits retail, and every time it becomes blatantly obvious to me that this is an engagement metric, the content is here for one reason and one reason only, to keep people busy for a while. The quality of the content is getting less. It's more frequently buggy. It's more frequently incomplete. It's more frequently just of poor standard. And you know why? Because they've got to shit it out on the regular. And as quick as they can shit out one piece of content, they move on to shitting out the next piece of content. Because the line's got to go up. And they're playing, and every time they have like a controversy or 2,000 people get fired, it's a setback, and they constantly end up chasing their tail.
The original fossil at his site in the wetlands. When I discovered the stone of Relu, I believed it to be the key
200
to
acts.
the mystery of the fossil. While I traveled
I knew it would be.
to meet Welgar, I was attacked by raptors and the relic was lost. I don't know which one of the mottled beasts swallowed the relic, but if you can retrieve it, I can unleash the power of these artifacts. Bring me both the stone of Relu and the original fossil he holds.
Okay, let's go fossil hunting then. We can do that. What's the quest add-on? I need it. It's a combo of 2. Voiceover and immersion are the 2 add-ons you need. You can get away with just immersion. It has a quest text reading feature, but it's super robotic-y and not very good. That's what voiceover is for. But immersion's the main one. It's a sign. Time to level up that weapon skill. Clearly, yeah.
Dunmoder has fallen to the Dark Iron Dwarves! My wounds are grave, adventurer. Most of the regiment was killed. The Dark Iron thugs attacked us before we could regroup from the Thandol Span ambush. Our leader, Longbraid, sounded the retreat horn. As we left the town, I was hit by a stray axe in the back. All went black. I awoke here in Menethil, but
An axe in the back, not an arrow to the knee.
Within me. Perhaps Longbraid is still alive. See if you can find him near Dunmoda, person.
I will do my best to find your friend. You just chill there. You relax, fella. I got you. Don't you worry. But yeah, to summarise the last 17 minutes to a TLDR, I feel that retail, as it stands currently, is in a position where they can never... It's not possible for them to ever make a game that is better than average. They are destined to never produce anything above average. And the reason is because the industry is very competitive. Now, for as long as World of Warcraft still holds the title of like top tier MMO, they'll do alright. But they are never going to be able to create anything above average because there's another company out there that does not need to cut out vast portions of their game to sell it back to you to boost profits. This is why indie devs, when they first come through, right? Indie devs often are renowned for making some of the best games because indie devs are usually still in that first tier that we were talking about earlier of monetization. An indie dev wants to sell you a game, right? The best way that they sell more copies of the game is to make the best game. It's not until you start having battle passes and loot boxes and start selling cosmetics and you do the extra added value stuff that can often very quickly snowball for these companies to be the main revenue driver, that companies then are forced to switch their approach to start carving out pieces of the game to sell it back to you later. Take a look at the landscape in Diablo 4 right now. They are absolutely pumping every single one of the very, very few Diablo 4 players absolutely bone dry. They are pumping them dry. The cosmetics in Diablo 4 at the moment are bananas. Not only can you spend the full price of a game on a skin in Diablo 4, the way that you play Diablo 4, you practically don't even see the damn skin. Like, the value proposition is disgustingly bad. Plus, Diablo has a battle pass. Like, why? The monetization option has to be that aggressive because the number has to be bigger than what they did last year. Number got to go up. It's really problematic for them. Really problematic for them. And I don't know how they ever make it better. This is the thing. Because the number must go up.
They lost control of their red dragon pets. The dragons were not very happy with their old masters and fiercely hunted the dragon moors. What few remained fled from grim battle and into the mountains east of Welger's excavation. Now they've gained strength and have an encampment northeast of Menethil. We want you to attack that encampment. Gather and bring me their war banners as proof.
Will prevent the collection of the breadcrumb quest. Bov. Not an issue. Can we all just agree Starfield is very boring? This sort of mentality, this sort of direction, is what's predominantly plaguing AAA gaming. That their model for monetization is not sustainable. It's a monetization model that breeds bad habits. It's a monetization model that forces companies to make a subpar product because the best product contains everything. The best product on the market will be the one that contains everything. When companies start carving slices off it to sell it to you on top of the cost of the main game, by proxy, the main game is then subpar to what it could be.
Oh my, you must be the
So it's an industry-wide issue. It's just easier for me to showcase it within the walls of Blizzard.
Has been sending me letters each week for the past month. She is part of the Welgar excavation team, but it has been nearly 2 weeks since her last correspondence. Surely something is wrong. Longbraid said that he would send a scout to check up on things if we did not hear from the team soon. I assume that scout is you, adventurer. Find Merrin
That would
at
be
the
me.
excavation site to the east. See you soon.
There's lots of dinosaurs knocking about there. I remember this. This area gets full of flipping raptors. Hearthstone is a money printing machine. Hearthstone is, yeah, it's a money printing machine. But they've kind of, obviously Hearthstone is the example of it's free to play. So they've already cashed in that card, you see. They've already, that's that ace up their sleeve of making the game free to play. A free to play game's goal is to onboard as many players as you humanly can. Make there zero friction to you being able to play the game. Blizzard's issue with Hearthstone is that even with it being a free to play game, they can't get many people playing it because, I mean, they did a good job at the beginning, but the issue is that there's too much to it now. I can't possibly imagine what it would be like to start playing Hearthstone now. Like, you're quite literally 10 years behind some other people. Now, I know they have rotation in the decks, and they make, you know, they have standard and they have wild and this sort of stuff. But the point still stands, is that it's very daunting to anybody playing Hearthstone right now. The heyday of Hearthstone is done. I'm intrigued to see what they do for the 10-year anniversary, actually. But they are no longer able to onboard people anywhere near as efficiently as they could or should. Was that what we were meant to get? I think that was what we were meant to get. Where's me Zygor gone? Hello? Ah, yeah, okay. Click the sealed barrel. I was hyped for Hearthstone, but how Blizzard handled beta access turned me off completely. I can't remember what they did. I can't remember what they did for that. Didn't they sell it to you within a bundle or something? I can't remember. Destiny 2 did a GDC presentation about live service. Now they get beat over the head with it, which is deserved. You see, live service was a monetization model, which there is such thing as something being too successful. It is entirely possible for something to be too successful. Because, unfortunately, if something is too successful, and this is live services in video games did this, right? Live services were too successful. They made too much money. They worked way better than the gaming industry expected they would. And the problem is the only way to trump a live service is to make a live service with yet more live serviciness. And that, you know, that meant that every single time it was more convoluted, more ridiculous. You had to then add a battle pass, then you had to have loot boxes in it. And then there was the bad press that slowly started trickling through by the fact gaming companies were not keeping these live services very live at all. 12 months later, that live service was in the bin. And people became wise to it. And it's still a problem now, but people are more wise to it nowadays than I think they used to be. And are more cautious. And so hence there's this natural pushback with AAA video games. Like, I'm not paying $100 for a video game for you to then have it a live service and for in 12 months' time you to switch off the servers and then it just doesn't exist. People need to be as proactive about, you know, those negative practices as they can. But because they worked so magically well, they printed so much goddamn money for these game developers in the early implementations that everybody else had to copy them to keep up. And they worked so well that it eclipsed the profitability of doing any other form of monetization. So no longer just selling a really good game made enough money, because they had to make more money than the last time they made a lot of money. The Suicide Squad game has to be for 900% increase in search for refunds. They were also found to be deleting negative reviews on Steam, which I think is a touch controversial in and of itself. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Oh, I'm very worried I'm underwater and I have no idea what I'm looking for. This is not going to end well, is it? Let's poke our head above water here. Where the flipping hell is this thing we're looking for? It's clearly going to be down in the water, isn't it? Hang on. I might have to do a little bit of concentration for 30 seconds to find out what the hell I'm meant to be doing. Some snuff box. Where the flipping hell's Paddington gone? Where's Paddington? Paddington, come back. Oh, first mate. Oh, this dude. Nuke you. Oh, beta codes via streamers. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, Christ. Yeah, that was an awkward way to do it. Overwatch's 2 bait and switch. Promise of a PvE campaign. Let Overwatch 1 stagnate. Re-release Overwatch 2 with a new store but no PvE, then cancel PvE. It's just grim, right? It's very, very gross business practice. Incredibly gross business practice. And like I said, I am greatly concerned that there's nothing Blizzard can really do to come back from this. They're too big for their own boots. The only thing they can do now is continue to just shit out content at a vast, ever increasing rate, which will always be subpar, because they will always have to, way ahead of time, know what they are cutting out to sell back to you at a later date. The best stuff will always be sold to you first from this point on, because they've set the trend, and that trend can only be the only possible option in business is to do better than you did the financial year before. And the only way to achieve that is to drive sales even harder than you ever have done the year before. Like the core concept of just making a really good video game anymore is no longer viable, because just I'm obviously, it sounds like I'm picking on Blizzard. I'm not picking on Blizzard. All AAA gaming companies have got the same issue. That the very second, I mean, this is why selling cosmetics is a terrible, terrible idea, and is something I've always pushed back on, because it's the start of a much bigger problem. Because as soon as you start selling cosmetics, it means that the best you have a financial reason for the best things in your game to not be in your game. You are financially obligated to take out the best content because the best, shiniest looking stuff is the stuff that's going to sell. If you put all the grey, dull, boring items in your shop and make all of the really good items available in game, guess what? No fucker buys them. Surprise, surprise, right? So you have to have the absolute best stuff in the store, and that means that you have to carve it out of what could and arguably should be in the game from day one. Where the hell is Paddington? Let's give him a Scooby snack because he's not happy, is he? He's not happy. It's been in the news today, an Overwatch worker getting fired in a pretty scummy way. I have not seen. Problem is for me, I've played those types of games a lot, so a slower single-player game is harder to play, which is annoying. Oh, what? Sort of in comparison, things like Starfield, yeah. Putting early access behind the Heroic Edition is a great example. Every time they have to just trump themselves. They have to do better than they did before. And every time they do better than they did before, all it ultimately means is the next time they have to do even better than that again. It's not... Failure is not an option at this scale. Not to mention when these games are costing tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars to create, to develop. Failure isn't an option. You can't... These big publishers are not willing to gamble with that money. If a game isn't a meteoric success, it is a failure. And these companies are not willing with their biggest IPs. It's why we don't see a lot of new games. We don't see a lot of new IP turning up. And any time there is a new game, it's either from an indie company. Palworld's a great example of this. It takes a little company of a handful of people and a small budget to build a game like Palworld, because the reality is a big company isn't going to take the risk developing something like that. They can't afford to take the risk on something like that, which is just madness. The whole industry is completely loopy. It's just, for me, it's fun to analyze. It's probably not, you know, my thoughts on it are probably not 110% accurate, but I think they're close enough. Can we kill the cursed marines without running the risk of drowning and dying? I hate killing things in the water. Can we kill them up here? Apparently not, because Paddington's lost. Why didn't he come through here? Where the flipping hell's he gone? He's going to have pulled the moon and all, hasn't he? What is he doing? Okay. I've no idea where he's gone. First step to free-to-play WoW would be it going on Game Pass. Or even going on Steam. Even it going on Steam would be a big telltale sign. Because one of the only reasons Blizzard would consider giving Steam 30% of a cut would be if they want a significant amount of new players. If it going on Steam or going on Game Pass would strongly indicate that they're just trying to pump as many people into the game as possible. They need as many people on boarded as possible. I don't know where Paddington's gone. He's lost. Should we dismiss him and then bring him back? Because I have no idea what he's doing. If we're honest, bringing Metzen back in was a bit of a desperate move. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I think he's better working for them than not. Oh, was he cursed into the undead? Was it? Oh, okay. I didn't even realise. It shows how much attention I'm really not paying right now. I get sometimes way too engrossed with just messing about. But this is the thing, though. Like I said, I know it kind of sounds like I'm dumpstering just on Blizzard, but the reason I focus on Blizzard is because it's the company I know best. But it's a bit of a industry-wide problem that, unfortunately, some of the monetization models that have been implemented into games in the last decade have been so successful that companies have been forced to only build upon them. And the you know, the negative side effects of these extra levels of monetization, which maybe were not totally foreseen when they were initially implemented, are now, you know, are now the curse on the industry, really. Do we go underwater? Do we risk going underwater here? I don't know why I'm playing this as if there's like any I can't even. How can I not fit through the? Oh, there we go. This isn't exactly hardcore. I don't need to be quite so. I just hate death runs. I genuinely hate death runs. Genshin Impact makes about 4 billion a year. Wasn't there some big ruckus about China passing new laws on gacha games recently? I heard something vaguely, but I didn't pay too much attention to it, which has put a bit of a sting on that sort of marketplace. I mean, quite rightly, because that's what happens when you extrapolate this problem like on a big scale. The closest sort of, should we say, more traditional Western game is Fortnite. That is sort of, you know, everything in Fortnite is a skin. But the game is free to onboard literally every person on the planet ever. I think if you it's hard to find. I genuinely think it's probably quite difficult to find somebody that hasn't played Fortnite, even if it's only once. So clearly onboarding was relatively easy when you made the game free. But then skins and skins and skins and skins and more skins and more skins and more cosmetics and more skins and more battle passes and more V-Bucks and more skins, and it's like, you know, that's as bad as it's got. But then you look at some of these sort of China mobile games, and they're just, you know, it's another level of absolutely mental. Why is it claiming I've got 5 new gear upgrades? I'm quite sure that's a lie. I have no idea what the change was. I don't think it was a change specifically to Genshin Impact. I think it was a market-wide change in policy around sort of like gambling-esque, chance-based loot or something. Like I said, I've only heard about it. I don't really know great amount of detail, but I haven't. You Epic. Haven't Epic just been was it Disney that dumped 1.5? Yeah, I think I heard this as well. I should actually pay attention to the news a little bit more often, shouldn't I? I think Disney have just dumped $1.5 billion into Epic Gaming. So expect to see Mickey Mouse in Fortnite before too long. Right, tags is a problem. Oh, this is Paddington. Oh, you are cursed. We seem to be stuck in a cluster of people at the moment. Tags is our main problem. We need, what do we need? We need like 2 more. 2 more cursed sailors. Do you count as one? You don't, so let's not piss you off too much. I never played the Battle Royale side of Fortnite much. When Fortnite first came out, though, and I regret... I don't regret playing it, I regret not making much content, or any content on it. I played the PvE side of Fortnite quite a bit, like the base tower defense-y, base builder-y side of it. That was, for a few weeks, actually quite fun. The PvE side of Fortnite wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I never really got into the PvP Battle Royale side of Fortnite, though. Elon Musk is going to buy Disney now, according to some reports. I mean, surely at that point, we've got to start questioning it. How much can this man buy? He's getting to the point where he's going to own flipping everything. Elon Musk buying Disney. Lord have mercy. Goes to show what you can do when you've got fuck you money. I need more than crocodile skin. I need to kill him. At least he's not hoarding his gold like we do in WoW. He's not Scrooge McDuck swimming through it, is he? He seems to be spending it faster than he's making it. When he told Bob Iger to F you, it was great. I didn't know that was a thing. Where are the crocodiles then? There's a crocodile. No, you're not even the right crocodile. I need giant crocodiles. None of these tiddly fellas. Come here, crocodile. Crocodile do. Is there anywhere else we're going to find these No, because we need the giant ones. Alright. Oh, you're a giant one. Go. Tagged. I think it would be hard for Musk to get the kind of money needed to buy Disney. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why you would want to buy Disney, though. I would imagine, though, that Disney is probably greatly undervalued right now. Because they've not exactly had much of a track record in the last few years. I don't think. COVID fucked them, didn't it? I think. I think. Now, obviously, Disney have got their finger in every pie, but I do kind of think that it was probably COVID that really did a number on them. Or maybe that's just Disney World. Maybe just the resorts is a problem. But there's a knock-on effect to that, isn't it? Because the resorts, then there's the hotels. When there's the hotels, there's the merchandise. When there's the merchandise, there's the brand awareness. Universal Studios is probably owned by Disney and all sorts of stuff, isn't it? I think it's probably one big knock-on effect. I'm not sure. Musk to be the next Marvel villain. Hey, good call. I'd back it. I'd be down for some of that. You keep releasing massive losing movies. I mean, Hollywood in general is a bit problematic right now. It's amazing to me just how much disruption Netflix has caused. In the, what is it now, like Netflix has been Netflix has been a thing flipping forever, but I'm talking about since Netflix has been like a household name. I think it's probably been 15 years that Netflix has been like a big household name. Probably 10 years since their like movie subscription side of the company blew up. In that time, they have ripped an entire industry to shreds, which is quite interesting. Hollywood was doing okay. Netflix turned up and was like, hold my beer. Netflix bought WWE rights recently for a 10-year contract before the world found out that Vince McMahon was fiddling every female on the books. Bet that was a good investment for them. I mean, if people didn't see that coming, Vince McMahon has got to be up there on the list with the fucking Harvey Weinsteins of the world, doesn't he? Really, like you just look at the man, just look at the man, and he just screams dodgy. Just look at the man. It's not exactly as if he's had much of a track record in past years, anyway, with the WWE. Flipping hell, I can't. You know, it's one of the ones. It's not so much of your surprise. It's more like, oh, okay, now it's public. Okay. I mean, if you were to pick a dodgy geezer out of a lineup, you'd be pointing two fingers at Vince McMahon, wouldn't you? With both hands. some of the proposed storylines. I mean, obviously, we all know that the WWE is just a massive, you know, it's basically a sitcom. But Lord have mercy, some of the things he suggested were just like ridiculous. Wasn't one of the storylines he suggested once upon a time that he was to be having his daughter's baby or something? It's like, okay, what's her name? Stephanie McMahon's. I don't know where to start. There's entertainment, and then there's just weird. How is there nobody else here? It concerns me when I'm doing a quest where there's nobody else doing a quest. It makes me think something's wrong. None of these dudes seem to have... Kill moss-hide enemies. That is these fellas, right? Yeah. Why do none of these seem to have the flint I need? Why do I sense this was not a good idea? Go, Paddington, go! I have faith in you. Oh, God. Maybe I don't have that much faith. Paddington, do Paddington things. Stay alive, Paddington. Oh, God, we're piecing out of this. Potions. Me pulled too much. Don't run into a crocodile. Don't run into a crocodile. There we go. Flipping hell. Ah, no, man, the two. Seat up. These gnolls are heavily grinded by AoE mages to level normally. Well, that's more over this area. That happens more down here. Or at least that's where I leveled my mage. Because you want to avoid the pack. If you're AoE grinding as a mage, you preferably want to avoid the packs that have got the casters in, because they absolutely wreck you. Right, let's give Paddington a Scooby snack. Let's keep him content. Yeah, the gnolls in the wetlands at least, yeah. You're not wrong. Let's be a touch more cautious with our pulls. I can't wait until we can get a gorilla and get Stomp. It means we can send our pet into a pack like that with AoE and have some chance of not ripping aggro off half the mobs. owl has AoE threat. What, out off the bat? Let's kill the mystic. Aggro off you. Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, that's a. I just blue screened there. It's clearly late, isn't it? Yeah, my brain just blue screened there. I was looking at my keybinds like, oh dear. It's technically an Screech or something. Oh, I see. Oh, I've got a res, my man. Are we going in? Somebody else is going to hold aggro. I'll nuke everything. Nice. Nice. The priest stole 100 bits. Oh, that's made me chuckle. Who is this? We got a paladin and a warrior? Oh, can't, fellas. Plate do plate things. Plate do plate things. I'll just nuke from behind. Make everything go boom. Easy. Have I literally only got one of these crude flints? Oh my days. Yeah, this is classic drop rates. My lord. And now I'm in a party with 3 people, so I'm going to have to kill 3 times as many. Oh, these fellas are after crude flints as well. Me's a wonder if we should move somewhere else. Because there's already a group up there. Not really worth pissing people off. We'll stick to our group here. I don't want to sit waiting on respawns. That's gross. Not waiting on respawns at 11 o'clock at night. What's the plan of action here? I knew this would happen at some point, that we'd get stun locked by just dumb mobs that we need to grind. Can we flint? Are these? Yeah, these. I don't know how long these fellas have been here, but they're on 4 and 7, so they're gonna peace out before. And these respawns are grim. Do these guys qualify as well? Looks like they do. Oh, these dudes work. which means you work. Just logged back in. Did you get my Prezi in the mail? I don't know. I don't know. What was in the mail? Oh, was that ring from you? If that ring was from you, thank you. I thought, was that from you? So I just, I didn't pay too much attention to the mail. I just thought it was like an item recovery thing. Was it this thing? Defias Renegade ring? If it was, I appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe next time I check the mailbox, I should pay more attention to who sends me a mail. I appreciate it. Thank you. I did not expect it to come from, with the title, "This is not a proposal." Oh, I see. Ah, see, that made me think it was just a quest reward or something I didn't know about. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey up. I can loot something over here. What's going on here? There's a dude. Kill the dude. There's 2 dudes. Maximum dudes. Oh yeah, I'm still in this party. Ah, it's never lucky. This is going to take days. I'm on 1 of 9. I could be here for a month at this rate trying to farm these out. There is no shot that this is an effective use of my time. Right. On the basis that we're actually not that far from home, and by home I mean Menethil Harbour, I might call it here. Let's not waste mine or anybody else's time. Let's head back and take a break for a bit. Oh, I mean, our bags are shredded anyway. Go on, give me something juicy in there. Clam meat. Icky clam meat. It's all good. Started SOD today, found out that Stockades is approximately 15 minutes run for 25% from a level, 25 to 26. Ah, right, yeah, there's, yeah, there was quite clearly lots of people running Stockades earlier. I probably should have got in on some of that action. I was hoping to, you know, I mean, admittedly, I've only been live a couple of hours this evening, but I was kind of hoping to get to level 30 today, but 28 and a bit will do me. First few levels out of the way, it's fine. I was in I had no desire to zug to 40 anyway. I suspected it was going to take me about an hour to 2 hours per level, which is fine. I'm happy with that. It's all good. Went to Redridge, switched skinning to alchemy, bunch of alchemy recipes in the Badlands. I was thinking about dropping skinning. We were contemplating this earlier. I think if I drop skinning, it will probably be in favour of something like enchanting, I think. I think I would personally get more use out of something like enchanting. But alchemy was also on my list of possibilities. No rush for 40, it'll be the cap for months. Yeah, well, when did Season of Discovery launch? December 4th? I want to say. I might have made that number up, but it was definitely early December. So we had December and January for phase 1. And it's only, well, I suppose we're a week into February, but so 8 to 10 weeks, I think, give or take, was phase 1. Some people were saying that phase 1 was too long, and I don't think I agree. I got 2.5 characters leveled. I would have easily have had 3 characters leveled, and I would have been able to have spent a good amount of time, like, at 25 on those characters within that period of time. I don't think that... And Classic isn't a game where you're meant to have a bunch of alts. You might have, like, a alt or 2, maybe, maximum, but... So I don't think the time was that long. I just think, honestly, that the festive period being smack bang in the middle of that, Christmas and New Year being in the middle of that, would have meant that there was probably at some point a time where people took some time off, and that sort of stretches out, I think, maybe people's perception of how long it was. I mean, if they were to keep each phase to under 3 months, it predominantly means that Season of Discovery will last like a year, which I think is about fair. I think. So far I've made the most gold with Alchemy, but granted I didn't go Goblin hardcore, just some fun fishing and druid swimming stuff. Yeah, I think Alchemy will always be a good little earner for sure. No doubt in that, I think. With the cap being 40 and harder to get to, phase 2 will have to be longer. Yeah, I do actually kind of agree with that. I do feel that phase 2 might need to be a touch longer, just because you now have to kind of consider that anybody that starts a new character, it's nice that there's a 50% XP boost for 1 to 25. But realistically, those 25, if you dungeon grind, if you get your ass boosted, it's a different story. But like the natural leveling path via questing, even with a 50% XP increase, you're still looking at like 10 plus hours of gameplay just to get to 25. Then you've got to get to 40. Then the game begins, right? So it's going to take players substantially longer, I reckon, to hit the cap. I mean, I know there's 40s already knocking about, but like, we're talking in averages here. So I do think phase 2 might be a bit longer. But also, if we stick within the Warcraft franchise, we've got Retail Alpha and Cataclysm Beta, and whatever this magical 10.2.6 retail patch is to keep us busy. On top of phase 2, so I don't think people are going to be too troubled to find some Warcraft related entertainment in the next few months. There's a lot stacked on top of each other, I think, at the minute, and you'll to a degree at least be able to pick and choose, pick your poison, whether you play some Season of Discovery. Oh, we've also got hardcore solo self-found as well. There's another thing to add on to the mix in the next not too distant future. So I think there's going to be plenty of Warcraft stuff to keep people busy. I went heals and your DPS. I still have hopes for Guild Raid. I really did contemplate leveling up my Paladin first. The only problem is I didn't finish leveling my Paladin in phase 1. I genuinely did consider leveling my Paladin just so I could be tank. Because I think one of the things that was holding back was probably me not taking lead and me not tanking. But, boys and girls, people of all ages, I am going to leave it here for this evening. I've been playing this game way too much. And I started my stream 12 hours ago by saying I've got a bit of a sore throat today. And I can 12 hours later, I'm still streaming and I'm still talking, and I can definitely feel it. So I'm gonna call it here for this evening. Tomorrow is Saturday. Obviously, I don't usually stream on a Saturday, but I will probably be keeping to a similar routine tomorrow, just by proxy of the fact that this is out and it's kind of fun and I'm leveling up, and leveling's a bit of a time-consuming process that you just got to chip away at. But it's quite fun, so I will probably be back in about 12 hours' time. I will go spend a few hours with the wife, maybe watch a film or something. The wife is off to her parents tomorrow anyway, so there's no reason for me to not just play video games all day. We can have a blast. We'll have some fun. So join me again tomorrow, boys and girls, if you wish, if you desire. Make sure you've hit that follow button if you have enjoyed, of course. Come say hi over on the Discord. Some microwave Thai again tomorrow. We'll see. My dinner has not sat very well with me. We will see for sure. But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the evening, boys and girls. Sleep well, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.